Hi Gemini, welcome to your January 2023 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy damn New Year to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful 2023. Can you believe we are here already? You'll have to excuse me for the coughing and spluttering. I am a little bit under the weather, but I knew I had to bring you these before the month began. So, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of January 2023. So, if you've been with me long enough, you know I've been talking about this year for a long time. All right, and now that we are here, I'm really intrigued to see what we're going to get for your actions and interactions with the world at large. You've got the King of Swords. Nice. So you are very much playing the mind game over the course of this month. It looks like you are deep in work mode. For a lot of you, it looks like you're really hitting the books, really gathering, gaining knowledge, and also sharpening and honing your expertise. I love this. What a way to use the energy of January. As you know, your ruling planet is currently retrograde at this point, right up to and including the 18th of January. As if that wasn't enough, you've got Mars in your sign doing his retrograde thing, which he absolutely dislikes to do. So the fact that you've got such a lot of, excuse me, such a big concentration of energy tracking backwards, this means that you're using it to best effect because you're going inward, you're hitting the books, you're doing the research, you're studying, you're bringing your mind and your effort inward to kind of say, okay, you know what, maybe I'm not going to make so much progress on the outer level. That's cool. I can bide my time and I can do my thing. The other thing with the King of Swords, this might be a month where you're checking in with experts. So this might be where you are connecting with either people that you know to be experts in their field. Maybe you are interacting with people that you know to be at the height of their game. This is you gathering knowledge, wisdom, compiling information, and sifting through the data as only you guys can. So really interesting for your communications and conversations. You've got the Two of Cups. So you got this with the King of Swords. For those of you that are single, I would not be adverse to the fact that this month you could be talking to someone. There could be talks, there could be fun, there could be flirtation, there could be banter. There could even be a meeting of minds, which I absolutely love. Remember, Mercury, Mars, both retrograde, so you just want to keep your wits about you. But for the most part, I love this. This does also suggest for some of you, maybe you're putting into, not practice, but maybe you're putting down on paper the things or the people that you want to collaborate with or that you want to welcome into your world. So I'm really here for that. I like this. It's almost like you're compiling a list of all of the things and the people that you want to work with, alongside, collaborate with, etc. It works. It absolutely works. For your heart and half sector, you've got the Ten of Wands. It's really interesting because this card has been very active for the heart and half sector. And remember, I rotate the deck, so I tried to use a different deck, and because I got some for the holiday season, I got a couple of new decks. Excuse me, I have more than ever. So I rarely use the same deck twice. And so the fact that when a certain card comes up consistently for a certain position, it usually is one of two things. One, it's a world event that's going to affect everybody in some way in that area. Two, it's a message to say that that is the arena that we're going to see the biggest shift in that month or week, whatever I'm reading for. And so this tells me one way that this might show up. You're getting really clear or getting a deeper understanding of how you and your significant other, so for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be you guys really looking at how and where your relationship is, in the best sense that it, or best space that it can be. And it's also you being really honest about what it is that you want. I think this is a time where you and your partner are probably going to be very vocal about a lot of things, but very honest with each other at the same time. And that's actually a really good thing. For your those of you that are single, you might realize very quickly that this person that you're kind of taken with or smitten with, or, you know, is smitten with you, you might realize, yeah, there's going to be a few hurdles for us to cross if we're ever going to get this sort of off the ground. Nothing wrong with that. You just have to decide for yourself, is it worth it? And I would wait or hold back on that decision until Mercury and Mars are both direct and the new moon in Aquarius has passed. So you're looking at between the 25th and the 22nd and 25th of January. Once you get to that point, you're going to be a lot clearer on everything. All right. For your money and materials, you have the World card. So whatever knowledge, wisdom, or information you are gathering at the moment, it feeds directly into some big or long-term financial goal or commitment for you. This does suggest new levels, new places, ways, or ideas for making more money. And it does suggest, for a select few of you, this could be your partner getting a promotion, this could be you getting a promotion. Either which way, the collective pot of resources, specifically for those of you that are partnered, the collective pot of resources is getting a very nice boost in some way. So let's have a look at your weeks of the month. For the first week, you have the High Priestess underneath the King of Swords. So this first week of the month, you are gaining some secret knowledge, wisdom, or some deep insight that comes to you through the work that you're doing. So whatever research you're doing, whatever behind the scenes stuff is going on for you, it is bringing you knowledge, information, or wisdom that, quite frankly, you can't get anywhere else. I actually really like this because it's kind of like, you know, like sometimes, I mean, and this has happened to me several times, sometimes I'll be researching something for a certain video that I'm doing, or for a course that I'm wanting to bring out, and then it's like you stumble on, when you go down the rabbit hole and you start pulling certain threads, you stumble on certain pieces of information and you're like, how is it that nobody ever talks about this? Like, you know, when you find something that's so deep or so profound and you're like, why does no one talk about this? This is the kind of knowledge or information that you are gaining over the course of this first week of the month. Now, another way that this could show up for you, King of Swords, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra male, so an air sign male who happens to be a psychic, a mystic, a seer, or whatever it could be, could bring you some knowledge. Maybe you know, you have a friend that messages you and says, hey, listen, I had a dream about you last night, and ... Specifically as well, when it comes to yours or other people's dreams, specifically an air sign male, if someone phones you or texts you and says, listen, I had a dream about you, or you have a dream about them, reach out. All right, pay attention to what happens in those kinds of conversations in that first week of the month, because you'll be getting a big message of some sort. And that's the thing, sometimes at the time when you get it, it really doesn't make any sense. And you're like, you know, where the hell is this coming from? Like, what? I don't get it. And then all of a sudden, you know, when it all comes to fruition, you're like, ah, okay, that's what that was. For your second week of the month, you've got the Sun card. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. So, for whatever it is that's revealed to you in the first week, it will be whatever it is that's shared with you, should I say, in the first week, its meaning and its outcome will be revealed to you in the second week of the month. You got the Sun card with the Two of Cups. For those of you that are single and looking and ready to mingle, I would put money on it that you are meeting someone, talking to someone, connecting with someone. It could be fun, flirtatious, it could be sexy, it could be exciting. I'm going to say that the chances are this is either someone that you haven't seen for a long time, or it's someone new to you. For those of you that are already partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, the second week of the month could be a lot of fun for you guys. When it comes to the work sphere and the career, that is either a partnership or a collaboration that is forged. And, you know, for you, you might just feel like, you know what, this is going to be really fun. It is what it is. You don't think about it in any other way, and then bang, all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, this is going to be huge. For your third week of the month, you've got the Judgment card underneath the Ten of Wands. Okay, so look, for those of you that are single, I stand by what I say. This is probably someone that you haven't seen for a long time, but maybe somebody that you know. It could also be that some of you are reconnecting with past lovers, etc. I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't, just saying it's possible. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I like this for conversations of honesty, and I also like this for old pieces of puzzles that are left undone coming up or coming to light. Excuse me. What you do with this new information will be completely on you. For your 4th week of the month, you've got the Magician card underneath the World card. Your finances are taking a massive boost here at the end of the month. There's big sort of good money moves being made here, which seems to be the case for a couple of signs, which is very nice. The other thing as well, there could be a change of status or an elevation of some sort that kicks in here in this 4th week of the month. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a partnership or a collaboration sort of takes you or your name further afield than you had kind of realized would be the case. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like maybe your name is spoken in different places. Maybe you get an invite in some way of some kind that kind of takes you, do you know what I mean? Like further afield. So very, very interesting. So for your moons, remember whenever I'm talking about the astrology of the moon, I'm talking about your ascendant first to a lesser degree, but still kind of relevant, your sun and your moon. The new moon is in the sign of Aquarius, which is a trine energy to you. So it's a very harmonious to you energy, right? New moon on the 21st of January is happening in your 9th house. It's a very lucky space in the chart. It is how you connect to the cosmos. And it's also higher goals, higher philosophies. So like religion, spirituality are all found here, but so are higher education. And the reason this I feel is so important is because of how you start the month. There's some deep knowledge, some insight, some wisdom that comes to you in that 1st week of the month. But it will be the new moon in Aquarius where it's kind of like you get given the plug, you're shown the socket. That's this 1st week of the month. The new moon in Aquarius hits, and then it's like you're jacked into the mains. There's something that switches that knowledge into power because you're able to use it. For your new moon message, you've got the, oh my god, you got the Gate 43 and Ahead. I love this card. It's actually my favorite in this deck because the lady that designed this deck is actually a very good friend of mine, Denise Matthew. For those of you that know, you know her. When she designed this deck, she actually said to me, this is the card that I designed for you. And I'll never forget that. So every time I see it, I'm like, oh my god. And the reason this card, so the message on it is Ahead, and the message behind this is it's about waiting to strike. It's about waiting or knowing the perfect moment. But the Ahead energy, it's a sense of foresight. So this new moon in Aquarius, you are going to have some kind of idea, maybe some kind of vision, maybe some piece of information or wisdom makes sense to you in a way that you can use. And it's like you can see what the application of this is going to be and how massive it has the potential to be. It's a very future orientated energy, and it's a new moon in the sign of Aquarius, right? So really, I mean, just phenomenal. Then you've got the full moon in the sign of Cancer, which for you is in your 2nd house of finances, money and resources. Full moons are completions, culminations, endings, and also time of sowing, reaping rewards. And it looks like you are reaping some really nice rewards financially here. I mean, the full moon is actually happening on the 6th of January. And I wonder if that's, do you know what I mean? Because the full moon it's where something is illuminated for the better, where it's brought into the light of day out of darkness or out of obscurity in some regard. And your message for this is the Gate 50 and responsibility. This isn't just about responsibility to our family, it's about our responsibility to the world. And sometimes our our first and foremost responsibility in life is to be the best and all that we can be. And when we do that, we really are at our best for the world, right? When you are your best self, living your best life, you really are a better version of you, and it's your responsibility to share that better version of you with the world in any way, shape or form that you see fit. With that said, happy damn new year to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful 2023. I'm going to be here every step of the way to be walking the path with you. So let's see what takes place, and I will see you in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you soon.